Welcome to the Clinical Podcast Series brought to you by the American Academy of Optometry Foundation and the Clinical Glaucoma and Retinal Care channel. Today's episode is Vision-Related Quality of Life Among Healthy Preperimetric Glaucoma and Perimetric Glaucoma Patients. Today's episode is hosted by Gretchyn Bailey. The topical editor is Andrew Rixon, and today's topical expert is Michael Sullivan-Mee. Now on with the show.
Hi, everyone. I am Gretchyn Bailey, and I am a fellow of the American Academy of Optometry. And today I am joined by Michael Sullivan-Mee, who is also a fellow of the Academy and soon to be the new chair of clinical education at SUNY College of Optometry. Michael, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, great to be here. Thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about a paper looking at quality of life for glaucoma patients. And the title of this paper is Vision-Related Quality of Life Among Healthy Preperimetric Glaucoma and Perimetric Glaucoma Patients. And this study was conducted by Nishida and colleagues, and it appeared in the April 2023 issue of American Journal of Ophthalmology. This retrospective study investigated the association of vision-related quality of life with the central visual field and macular ganglion cell complex thickness in healthy control participants, patients with preperimetric glaucoma, and patients with perimetric glaucoma. So, Michael, can you tell me, how did quality of life scores correlate with the study participants?
Yeah, the interesting part of this study was they did kind of two things that were unique. One was they used visual field measures that were all central, so central 10-2 measures, and then they also used macular thickness measures, and that's kind of a unique kind of methodology for these quality of life studies. So this particular study is in line with the other studies that have looked at quality of life, in that the visual field sort of findings are related, in a linear fashion, with worse visual fields associated with worse quality of life in the glaucoma patients. They also found that there was a little bit worse visual quality of life in patients in preperimetric glaucoma, but this could have been a confounder by the actual treatment effects that these patients had.
What did these study results mean for ODs who are treating patients with glaucoma?
Yeah, I think it's good that we're in a time where there's more focus on quality of life studies in glaucoma, because in the past it's been really a lot of studies that really just focused on the methodology of things, the visual fields and the OCTs and the IOPs, but really ultimately we're trying to improve quality of life as really the primary objective in our care. And so I think as you get these studies that are showing that even in early glaucoma or patients with early 10-2 visual field loss, that they do have effects on quality of life, that it's important to take that into account. These patients are already being affected by their disease, even though we think of it as sort of an asymptomatic disease. Mm-hmm. And so we need to sort of be treatment aggressive enough that we're trying to limit any further effects on their quality of life.
What would you say is the key takeaway from this study?
So the key takeaway, I think, is just that I said, that, basically there is a relationship between early visual field loss, whether it's on the 10-2 or the 24-2, and quality of life. So we need to sort of take that into account and sort of treat at an appropriate level so that we can limit further effects on quality of life. The other big takeaway on this was, that there were some treatment effects on quality of life. And so in patients, one of the things this study wanted to look at is, does preperimetric glaucoma affect quality of life? And the interesting thing about that is that they don't have any measurable vision loss. So how would it affect quality of life? Well, one of the ways that it did affect quality of life in the study was that the treatment actually caused worse quality of life. So if you're treating patients that don't have any visual field loss, or at least measurable loss, you may be making their life actually worse with the treatment if you're more aggressive. So that's something that I think needs more study, and we need to look at it further. But I think that's an interesting offshoot of the study, that the study wasn't even really initially kind of looking at. It's sort of a secondary finding.
That is a very interesting point and something to keep in mind. Absolutely. Michael, thank you so much for talking with me today about this paper.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.